What's going on, everybody? David here from Bluckers Videos and Toys, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Jurassic World Dino Trackers Danger Pack Piatnitzkysaurus and the Xuanhanosaurus. Not to be confused with the Xuanhanosaurus that we did for the Dominion reviews. So, my apologies if I mispronounce these names. I don't know nothing about these particular species. The only time I ever really heard about any of these was when Mattel said, "Hey, we're making these figures for the Dino Trackers line." And I was like, okay, I know nothing about these. So, these are new discoveries for me. And just by the little bit of research that I did, I know that they both lived in the Jurassic period. And they both belong to the Megalosauridae family. And so I know that this one lived in the lower Jurassic period, while this one lived in the middle Jurassic period. So, that being said, I believe this was found in Argentina, and then that is found in China. So, none of these have complete skeletal structures, so they have bits and pieces. I think this one is a little bit more completed than that. I think they, from the image that I saw, is that they only completed like this portion and legs, and then a little bit of the lower jaw and upper jaw. That's about it from what I remember, and I don't remember exactly what all they found on this particular one, but they are part of the Megalosauridae family, like I mentioned before, and they're a little bit smaller. So we'll do some size comparisons here in a little bit. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take these out of this packaging and take a closer look at it. Oh, and before we do, this is pretty much the standard Danger Pack packaging. And the only thing that's different is that this is from the forest biome, and that is from the mountain biome. But other than that, we ain't got to really look at the packaging because we've already seen it before. Alright, so the first one up we're going to look at is the Piatnitzkysaurus. Like I said, I know nothing about this particular species aside of the little facts that I just gave out in the beginning of the video. So this is all new to me, and I'm pretty sure this is not the accurate look for this particular species. You know, as we all know that Mattel likes to add its spin on all their species that they create when it comes to these particular dinosaurs. So I do like it a lot, though. It is very interesting. They went all out on this little guy, and I do like the color scheme of it. So I do like the fact that, you know, it is molded out of this green plastic, the dark green plastic, and the paint. It doesn't have a whole lot of paint, but it fits. You know, even though this has supposed to be living in the forest biome, so it does fit. I didn't expect it to be very colorful, you know. So it does have a little bit of green on its neck, light green that is, on its neck all the way down to its back right there. A little bit of striping right there, so it looks really good right there. So kind of wish that it tailed off on the tail, but it is what it is. You know how Mattel does it. And so I do like the striping on the back of it, and it looks good. And I like the fact that how they did do it, they kind of, when they did stop it, you know, it looked like it, you know, that's just about as all it's going to go. It didn't look all weird looking, you know. So very cool. And I do like the fact that, you know, they got the reddish orange paint all around its eyes and on its face and upper snout. So that looks really good right there. And then the eyes look pretty good also. So let's go ahead and do some adjusting right there. So the pupil looks good right there, looks spot on. And then on this side, same thing, looks pretty much spot on. That rarely ever happens, you know. I do like the orange on the crest. Let's see if we can focus a little bit more on that. I do like the orange on his crest. I do wish they would have painted the whole thing, but the way they did paint it, it looks pretty even. You know, kind of blends in with a little bit with the green. So I do like that, you know. And I do like to have the little quills on the back of its head, and it got a little gobbler right there. And it got the little small sail here on the back of it. So it's very interesting. So overall, as far as the design and the coloration of it, looks really good. You know, got the muscular hind legs right there, and it's got really long claws for its on its feet. And here it's got its claws here. Of course, you know, they're not, the toe claws aren't painted at all. So little small muscular arms. And let's not forget, here is the scan code. And yeah, overall, it looks really good. As far as the way of articulation goes, very simplistic. You know, got the swivel at the tail, 360, and the feet forwards and backwards. So mine doesn't really like to stand that well because it is a little warped. And so then as far as the hands go, the arms, it's just forwards and backwards. But it does have a hinge and ball socket for the neck. So you go upwards, downwards, and you do a 360 right there. You can just make it look left and right there, and then the jaw, you can open it. Goes all the way that much right there. So, but I do like the teeth, how they lined everything up. So this is probably one of the very few times that's not all sloppy, even though they got a little bit of sloppiness right there. But overall, it's not really all that noticeable. So I do like the effort they put on the lower teeth too. So it looks good. So overall, as far as this species goes, I do like the look and the paint scheme of it. So like I said, it doesn't want to stand very well as it's kind of warped right there. But overall, I do like it. You know, very happy to have it in the collection. Next up is Xuanhanosaurus. I think that's how you pronounce it, but with the X and the U, yeah, you might want to. You could consider that the X might be silent. You know, Xuanhanosaurus, Xuanhanosaurus, or something, however you pronounce it. But the Piatnitzkysaurus, they're pretty complicated to pronounce. At least for me, it is. I'm usually pretty good at dinosaur pronunciations, but those seem to be giving me some difficulties. So apologies in advance if I haven't said sorry already, if I haven't been able to pronounce these particular species correctly. But anyways, so with that being said, I do like this figure too as well. You know, it does fit perfectly with the mountain biome theme. Whether it looked like this or not, I don't know. But from the pictures that I saw, the renderings that they mocked up for it, that they think that it looks pretty close. The only thing that's different is, you know, they got the fur. I say fur because that's what it looks like. I'm pretty sure they meant to make feathers of it, but to me, it looks like they got fur on it. You know, and if you notice that pretty much all the species that they made for the mountain environment, they all had some kind of fur or some kind of feathering to it, you know, to kind of keep them cool or warm for that particular climate, you know. And also they had a lot of pebbling on the skin too, so, which is very interesting. So, but you know, it is Jurassic World, so of course they're gonna add a few things to it, you know. But anyways, this was pretty much dipped in this gray plastic, and they painted this particular fur on it, or feathering, or however you want to pronounce it, or not pronounce it, but however you want to look at it. You know, in my opinion, it looks like it's fur texturing, but I'm pretty sure it's more likely a feather texturing. But overall, whether it's fur or feather, it does look really good on it. They got it on the back of its head right there and its neck, and even though it looks pretty plain, it does look really cool. I do like how the brown contrasts with the gray. It looks really good. It stands out. and I like the fact that they add a little bit of black to it, especially on the crest and on the beak right here, and then around its eyes. So as far as the pupil goes, that looks alright. Looks not too bad. And on this side, this is not too bad either. Let's see if we can't. There we go. This side looks a lot better than the other one. This one looks kind of well, yeah, it does look pretty good. Not too bad. But yeah, overall, as far as the figure itself goes, with the texturing and the paint, it looks really good. I do like the fact that they added the feathering slash fur on the arms. So, and I do like the fact that they went ahead and made the arms and neck part brown to kind of blend in with it a little bit. So, but other than that, there's not really a whole lot going on, you know, except for the osteoderms or pebbling here along the tail and on the hind legs and stuff. It's not a whole lot, but you could tell it's some on the stomach right there. So it looks really good overall. So as far as way of articulation, before we get to that, let's just go ahead and do the scan code. So there you go. So then the tail rotates 360, and the hind legs go forwards and back. This one does stand a lot better than the other one. It's not as warped. You can tell it is warped a little bit just by how it looks, but at least it stands a whole lot better. And the arms are just forwards and backwards. And then the neck has the way of articulation with the ball joint and the hinge. So it goes up, down. And you can do a 360, or if you just wanted to make it just look left and right, you can. And then as far as the jaw goes, the hinge, the jaw opens that wide. So, and then as far as the teeth goes, the teeth look really good, except for that little sloppiness here on the side right there. It's not so much on that side, but you can tell the difference as to where the paint went. But overall, looks great. So as far as size comparison, since these did both live in the Jurassic period, so we are going to bring out some of their Jurassic counterparts, even though they might not have always lived in the same area, but they did live in the same time period. So we got the Allosaurus right here. Then we have the Kentrosaurus right here. And then we also have the Saurus right there. And we can, let's see, how can we fit this guy in here? We'll just move Allo right there. The Xuanhanosaurus right there. Then we can move the Saurus. We can move the Saurus back here. You know. But also the Dipleurodon lived in the Jurassic period as well. So there you go. There's some of the species that it lived in the same time frame with. Alright, so one last comparison. So we have the human counterpart. So right there. So in all honesty, that's actually pretty much in scale to the real life creature, or dinosaur, should I say. And that looks really good. They're pretty much in scale. Both of them are with the regular human. So there y'all go. That's my look at the Piatnitzkysaurus and the Xuanhanosaurus. And hope y'all enjoyed this review as I did filming it. And leave a comment and let me know what you think of these particular species. Have you heard of them? Do you know anything about them? Because I sure didn't. And don't forget, where's the wisdom? Buy what you love and not what you like, because if you buy what you like, you'll always end up getting rid of it. And I will catch y'all later.